Welcome to Lies We Like, the Self-Delusion of American Higher Education. I'm Stephen Ludwig. In a previous video, I talked about how universities claim their research mission pays for itself, that the amount of money faculty secure in research grants are a stand-in for quality, and a huge research enterprise is good for undergraduate students. None of those are true, of course. They're all lies. Arguably, the best faculty on campus, those with the most in-depth knowledge on a subject, are the tenure and tenure track faculty. However, at research-heavy institutions, teaching is a second-class activity. The thing that seems most important to the public, to lawmakers, and to students, the quality of classroom instruction, is simply not a priority at these types of institutions. If faculty want to move up in the ranks, teaching acumen is really not factored in. Adequate teaching is good enough. The quality of faculty that presidents brag about are those faculty bringing in large research grants, not on the impact they have on students. Now, none of this is the faculty's fault. It's a systematic problem in how faculty are trained, hired, recognized, promoted, and rewarded. It's a problem of believing that research equals quality in higher education. How much are tenure and tenure track faculty teaching at research-heavy institutions? Well, that varies depending on the school, the discipline, and the department. Computer scientists, for example, might have what is called a 1-and-1 teaching load. That means they teach one class in the fall and then one class in the spring. That's it. 2 classes for an entire year. For liberal arts professors like English, philosophy, or art, it could be a 2-2 teaching load. Remember, tenure and tenure track professors have summers off. Often it is said to do more research or writing. For researchers that bring in the big grants, they might not have to teach at all. Many buy out their teaching requirements with research grants. No need to deal with those pesky students. They're not important. For other research faculty, their teaching load might only include teaching graduate students. Again, those icky undergraduates, leave them to someone else. So if tenure and tenure track faculty are not teaching, who's picking up the slack? Well, that's graduate students, full-time instructors, and part-time adjunct faculty, all of which have various levels of expertise and training, if any training, before they get in front of students. That's right. Many schools will put someone in front of a group of students, then figure out if they're any good. If the part-time person is truly awful, well, then we won't invite them back. Conversely, if a full-time professor isn't very good, well, that's just how research institutions roll. I'm curious, how many tens of thousands of students got a subpar experience because of this approach? Now, when you are picking a college or university, you should ask, what percentage of undergraduate courses are taught by tenure and tenure track professors? And you should also ask, what teaching training and continuing education on teaching is required for all faculty types? That will tell you the value the institution places on instruction and the true value they place on student experience and success. That will give you a better idea of what you are buying and what your tax dollars are ultimately supporting. Thanks for watching.